He smirked when he said it, eyes glinting with cruelty. "If you can't handle me being in bed with the CEO and your friends, then go. They're real women, not frigid like you." His voice sliced through me like glass. I didn't flinch, didn't beg, didn't rage. I only smiled, cool and precise. "As you wish." By morning, they were all on the floor. My 3 so-called friends, my husband, his precious CEO lover, writhing with identical symptoms. The doctor entered, face grave, whispering the words I had orchestrated. "I hate to say this, but your condition is critical." Backstory. Then, when I first met him, he was charming. Not handsome in the obvious way, but magnetic. He pulled me in with the quiet confidence of a man who seemed to know where he was going. I believed in him, believed in us. We built a life together, small victories, laughter, plans whispered into pillows. I was proud. I thought I mattered. I didn't realize I was building my castle on sand. The cracks. It started with silences, late meetings, a phone left face down, always buzzing. His cologne lingering when he claimed he worked late. I told myself I was paranoid. I wanted to believe him. But the signs multiplied, patterns forming like constellations I could no longer ignore. The first undeniable proof, a message that wasn't meant for me. "Last night was perfect. You taste better than champagne." The name beneath it, one of my closest friends. I felt my chest cave in. But I didn't scream, I didn't confront. I watched, I listened, I collected. And then came the discovery that shattered the final piece of illusion. Not just one affair, not 2, all 3 of my friends, and the CEO. He wasn't reckless, he was proud, arrogant enough to sneer it in my face. The shift. The night he confessed so smugly, he thought he'd broken me. But he didn't know me. He only knew the wife who cooked his meals, hosted his dinners, and smiled politely at his colleagues. He didn't know the woman beneath, the one who remembered every slight, every lie, every insult, the one who never forgot, the one who never forgave. That night, I stopped being his wife. I became his reckoning. The plan. Revenge isn't rage. Revenge is patience. It is a scalpel, not a hammer. Step 1. Information. I documented everything. Photos, messages, bank transfers, dates, times. Patterns of infidelity laid bare, each one a nail in the coffin I was building. Step 2. Exposure. But not yet. Timing mattered. Their humiliation had to be public, undeniable, irreversible. Step 3. The stage. My husband loved dinner parties, loved to parade me in front of his CEO lover and my friends, smug in his belief that I was too weak to leave. So I agreed to host one. The final supper. Execution. The night was warm, laughter floating across the table like perfume. They didn't notice my hands steady as I poured their wine. Didn't notice that I didn't drink. The poison wasn't lethal. Lethality would be too merciful. It was calculated. Enough to collapse them. Enough to force hospital beds, IVs, and whispered speculation. Enough to bring the vultures circling. By morning, the doctor confirmed what I already knew. Identical symptoms. Identical weakness. The perfect scandal. Climax. I stood at the foot of my husband's hospital bed. He looked small there, stripped of his arrogance, sweat clinging to his brow. He reached for me, desperation in his eyes. Why are you still here?" he rasped. I leaned closer, letting him see the truth in my eyes. "Because I wanted to watch you fall." I left a folder on the tray beside him. Inside, every message, every photo, every record of his infidelity. Already sent to the CEO's board, already shared with HR. already in the inboxes of every mutual acquaintance, family member, and business partner. His empire shattered, his reputation ash, his lovers exposed, ruined, discarded, and me free, untouched, holding everything he thought I was too weak to claim. Resolution. I walked out of that hospital without looking back. The sound of his panicked breathing followed me, but it didn't haunt me. It thrilled me. He had tried to humiliate me, tried to replace me, tried to reduce me to nothing. But in the end, it was him who lay broken, while I stood whole. "As you wish," I whispered to the empty corridor, and for the first time in years, I smiled. Not coolly, not politely, but freely, because justice had a taste, and it was sweeter than revenge.